Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Franchise 80s podcast. Today is Saturday, March the 21st, and I am currently in quarantine at my home, just like everybody else is, trying not to spread this horrible uh, virus, this pandemic that we're going through that looks something out of a movie. Um, I know a lot of people are scared and frightened, as am I, for my family, and I just wanted to let everybody know to be safe and be smart. Don't be stupid about this and think it's some hoax or, that the government's overreacting or that people are overreacting. Even if that were the case, it doesn't matter. The end result is the same. All this stuff is happening. There's a lack of supplies. Everybody's making fun of the people who are running to get toilet paper and water and all that stuff. Um, but there is a lack of it now, or it's hard to get. Let's just say, and it's dangerous even to go get it because you put yourself at risk every time you leave the house. So everybody's world's changed quite a bit. So today, what I want to do is talk about pro wrestling, even though there's not much of it going on right now. I mean, it's still going. It's actually one of the only things that's still going. Basketball's done, baseball's done, football's done, but pro wrestling continues even towards the end days. And you're right. Even without an audience, WWE is pushing through WrestleMania. AEW is just had a show on Wednesday, and I thought it was better than WWE's, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead right now and call my my partner, usually, who is not here because he's also in quarantine. So we're gonna do this over the phone, Darth Falcon. So let me give him a call and we'll talk some wrestling. Mr. Falcon, welcome to the Franchise 80s podcast.
Okay.
You know what I was thinking was when I was dialing your number? Well, actually, before that, I did my little intro, right? Talked about the coronavirus and how it's affecting everyone, right? And how everybody's scared and all this stuff, which is true. Okay. What I was thinking was it almost feels like the end of the world here, right? They've canceled everything. Baseball, basketball, football, everything as we know it is pretty much stopped. But you know what? Pro wrestling's still going on. WWE and the AEW are still having shows. Even though there's no audience in there, the show must go on, like Vince always said, right? And
it's like a circus.
Yeah, they're keeping true to that. We still have WWE programming and AEW. I mean, if you're not a wrestling fan now, even though the product's not great, if you're interested in watching anything current or live, I think that's about the only thing you're gonna have.
Did you see the stupid T-shirt that the WWE released for WrestleMania 36? It says "I wasn't there."
No, that's not true. Is that true?
Yeah, they released a T-shirt. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. I want one of those shirts.
WrestleMania 36. I wasn't there. You want a T-shirt like that?
Wow, sure. Why not? That's awesome.
Pick me up one too.
See, I know. Of course, you weren't there either. And now it's going to be 2 days. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty good. Because sometimes they get long. Like last year's was a good example of that. It was too long.
Yeah.
When did it become a thing that, I don't know, maybe I fell asleep over the years, but when did it become a thing that everybody has to be on the WrestleMania show? Before in the days, WrestleMania was just maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours at the most. But they didn't have no pre-show. They only had like the little countdown.
Sure.
Like a countdown show, maybe like a half hour or an hour only. And they would show like clips of the main events or whatever. But when do they have to be an all-day thing? Last year's was horrible. It was like 2 p.m. to like 11.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it being an all-day thing if it was a good show. I mean, if it was actually something to look forward to. I mean, if WrestleMania 6 was all day, I'd be excited. Can you imagine that? It starts during the day, you know, and
you didn't have as much filler. I think there's too much filler.
yeah, I mean, as long as to me, as long as it ends with an anticipated match or event like Warrior versus Hogan or Andre versus Hogan, you can have that thing go on all day as long as you're going to give me what I want at the end. You know?
No, but and then here's another thing: when did WrestleMania always have to be about feuds? Why couldn't not every match was always a feud? You know, you look at like Perfect versus Blue Blazer, or you look at DiBiase versus British Beefcake, or none of these were like really locked into feud matches. You know, only certain ones were. You know.
Yeah.
Now you feel like everybody on the card has to have. They can't have a competitive match. It has to be some type of feud match. You know, they have to build a storyline into every single match. You know.
Sure.
I don't know. I just think it's just different. And I've been watching a lot of the network lately, and I just think, wow, you know, these WrestleManias, they weren't blockbuster matches, but they were better matches than what we've been getting the last 5-10 years or so, you know?
Yeah.
I think the best WrestleMania so far, the past 5-10 years, has been 30. I really enjoyed that WrestleMania. I watched it the other day, like, to revisit it. And
so,
I actually enjoyed it very much.
What was the main event for 30?
The triple threat, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, and Batista. But even a couple of the matches was pretty good. And then the beginning was still with Hogan,
The Rock, yeah.
I mean, it was just I think that's in the past 5 years I haven't enjoyed a WrestleMania but that one.
What was your best match for that WrestleMania?
Okay, you may think this is silly, but I thought that Triple H and Daniel Bryan was a hell of a match.
Yeah, no, it was a great match. I'll have to go rewatch that.
I mean, I know a lot of people kind of frown on Triple H, but I thought that match was a really good match with him and Daniel Bryan, you know?
Yeah. Well.
And Daniel Bryan was the hottest thing in the world at that time. I mean, it was just
I know. Damn, Daniel Bryan was, the Yes movement was huge.
I mean, I've never seen anybody so far in recent time as over as that guy was.
No. Well, let's see. Hold on. Wait, Chris Jericho's pretty over right now.
Where?
AEW. They sing his song.
Oh, okay.
But they sing it before he comes out. Yeah. They sing it after it's over. I mean, his Judas song.
Keep in mind, they also sing the song to the Matadors as well, and look what happened to them. So just keep that in mind, my friend.
That's right. And Enzo Amore was over as well. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the shows. I know you didn't watch AEW, but I thought they put on a better show than the WWE did this week.
Well,
I just can't. I can't take the no audience in the WWE Performance Center because it's such a small center. It just makes it look rinky-dink. It doesn't. And plus those guys, man. Why Gronkowski's the host of WrestleMania, and Mojo Riley, and did you watch the start of SmackDown or no?
Actually, I haven't watched SmackDown at all yet.
Oh man, the whole host thing, the Mojo Riley and Gronkowski segment was just was embarrassing.
Well, those two guys are buffoons anyway.
That was embarrassing to watch that. And then Goldberg, Roman Reigns. I mean, their little thing was okay, but they try to make it personal. They try to make it personal with Roman Reigns and Goldberg. They don't have any, like you said, it has to be a feud. It can't just be a match where they're going to wrestle each other. But they have to.
How are they going to make it personal when they didn't start personal? I mean.
Well, you know what they did? They read a tweet from Roman Reigns that Roman Reigns made some kind of comment about, I'm not some idiot, banging my head against the door and give me a concussion before I come out or something like that.
Oh, meaning a shot at Goldberg.
A shot at Goldberg, and they read that out loud to Goldberg, whether face to face, and Goldberg said something like, "I've been destroying steel doors all around the world, for years, and at WrestleMania, I'm gonna destroy you," or something like that. Was what he said. Something to that nature.
WWE should be happy that there's no crowd for that match, because it would have backfired on them. People would have been cheering Goldberg rather than Roman, and they want Roman to be cheered. But I think.
You think people would have cheered Goldberg? That would have been great if that would happen. I don't think so. I think people are turning against Goldberg.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think people would be cheering Goldberg over Roman Reigns. I mean, for some reason, Roman Reigns is just a hard pill to swallow for some people.
He's getting over now. After he had leukemia and came back, I think he won the hearts of some people. And I think Goldberg lost a lot of fans when he botched the Undertaker match at Super Showdown. So I think that's, But, yeah, it was... The AEW show was better. I want to tell you that you missed some stuff there. You missed some pretty good matches. Of course, the Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy can always... They're great performers. I know you don't like them much, but... Brody Lee made his debut, and he's Luke Harper from the WWE, and he had a very limited speaking role in WWE. I don't think I ever heard him speak, or barely ever. And he's on the mic most of the time during the AEW segment. So I mean, he's got pretty good mic skills, and it's an interesting character as a leader versus a follower. It's interesting. He's a really good wrestler too, so that's gonna make sense.
Oh yeah, I always liked him. I always liked Luke Harper, or Brody Lee, I should say.
And I think he's gonna have a great match against Christopher Daniels, because that's who he's feuding with, Christopher Daniels, and Christopher Daniels can go.
Oh, okay, is that who they're leading up to? Him and Christopher Daniels?
Yeah, so Christopher Daniels can go.
Angel, dude.
The Fallen Angel.
The Fallen Angel character, bring it back. Is he
they will.
Character?
Yeah, not right now, but he will be. I know he will. I know they'll come back with that. I mean, and then Matt Hardy appeared too. He was the fifth guy.
Matt Hardy, I don't know about him.
So they needed a fifth guy to team up with Cody Rhodes and the Elite against Chris Jericho and his clan, and Jericho and Matt Hardy was up in the rafters. They had that whole drone segment. They had a drone come down for the whole delete gimmick, and Matt Hardy appeared, and he even started doing the delete thing, even though with no fans there.
He deleted. Matt Hardy, I don't know about that. Matt Hardy should go back to sleep.
That's his best. That's his best.
Matt Hardy's already washed up, dude. I mean, he's been long gone. For so long, he's been, wrestling,
That's his best gimmick he's ever had.
Yeah, but, okay. Yeah, see, that has to tell you something right there. That's his best gimmick in the whole time he's been in wrestling for so many years.
Well, when he came back to WrestleMania with Jeff Hardy, you heard everybody chanting delete, 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 delete. Right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, they didn't do anything with it, and whatever they did with it, they tanked it.
It tanked. They gave the fans what they wanted. They asked for it. They waited too long, I feel. I think they should have done that from the beginning.
Well, that's more your expertise, because I'm sure you were following TNA or Impact, whatever it's called back then too. So
I wasn't really
following it. So I don't know much about it.
No, I wasn't following TNA that much. It was just the fact that you're on the internet and you're looking at this stuff. When someone makes some noise wherever it is, and fans start chanting, it goes around social media, and you catch clips of it. Like, I wasn't really watching AEW that much, and I caught a clip of somebody posting Chris Jericho's entrance where the fans were chanting the words or they were singing along, and that was kind of cool to me. I find fan interaction like that is one of my favorite things of pro wrestling. The pop of the crowd, or the crowd's such a big part of pro wrestling to me.
Yeah, I know, but keep in mind with the Jericho thing, I mean, people were chanting Fandango's music too.
Sure.
Nakamura's music too, and it didn't turn to anything.
Yeah, but those moments are classic, man. Those moments become, something that's ingrained in the WWE. I think people remember those things. I think people will remember those things. They will remember, the Enzo Amore thing. If he ever comes back, they'll still know it, just like they still know the Road Dogs. At that time, you kind of thought, that was no big deal, and then he comes back 20 years later, and like the crowd, it becomes something to be cherished. I think the same thing is going. It will happen. I guarantee you, Fandango is really a blimp on the radar. He's nothing, and if he didn't have those moments where they chanted for him like that, he could make a comeback, and no one would really ever remember him. But if Fandango shows up at the Royal Rumble 10 years from now, people will start doing that whole thing. So he's immortalized pretty much forever because of those moments. Don't you agree?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah. So, have you been watching a Disney Channel or anything?
Yeah, I've been watching my Star Wars Clone War.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like that stuff, but I've been watching it.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. I haven't gotten into it. I haven't been able to get into it. Now I have a lot of time, so I should.
For the live action Mandalorian, they supposedly casted Ahsoka Tano as Rosario Dawson, which everybody was going crazy about that because that's like for the longest time.
So they actually casted her?
I don't know. I haven't really confirmed it yet, but a lot of people are talking about it, so it might be a done deal. But again, 20 years ago when the prequels were coming out, everybody was thinking Kenneth Branagh was going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that didn't happen. So,
no, instead it was Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, it was Ewan McGregor. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I hope she gets, I like that show she's in, Briar Patch on USA. That's a pretty good show.
Yeah. Are you still watching 911 with Ronda Rousey?
Oh, yeah. It started, actually this week was the first, I think, season 3 or season 4 episode. I forget where it is. Yeah, it's good. I don't know, is Rousey still in it, though?
I don't know. I just remember you told me she was.
Yeah, I think she was in the last season. I don't know if she's in this season, but, who knows? Maybe she'll be a recurring character,
Yeah.
But I hope she starts making those silly faces, She makes those like those mean faces that just for every thing she makes that gesture. It's like kind of weird, but
yeah.
But I guess that's her that's the gimmick, that's her forte, like the Rock's eyebrow. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, the Rock's eyebrow. You're comparing that to the Rock's eyebrow?
Yeah, well, he was doing that in everything. In every movie that he was doing in the beginning, he'd always throw that in there. But now I don't think he does it too much.
No, everyone else does it, but not him.
Yeah, but if you watch a couple of his movies in the beginning, he would do it. I think even like Be Cool, like make fun of it or something. They kind of were like satiring it for him.
Hey, I got a question to ask you now. What's going to happen now? Is there going to be any new movies in the next 2 or 3 months, or 5 months, or 6 months coming out?
I don't know if you've seen this or not, but what I heard is that you can now, for somehow, going to be able to get theater movies at home.
Yeah, no, I have seen that.
But I mean, as far as going to an actual theater, I don't know. Are they going to be closing down? Because I'm sure they're closed down right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are we even going to have any new movies, any Netflix specials, any TV shows?
I don't know. You you would think
How
that,
because they'd be, how are they filming them? How would they film them? How would they be? Are they still filming? You know,
I don't know. Maybe some of these sets are closed down. I mean,
I think most of them probably are.
I know they stopped production on a couple things. So we'll see if it affects other things. I don't know. But most likely they'll shut down some movies. They're not going to release movies, or they're not going to finish them up or whatever. If they're filming, they're probably going to stop filming. Unless it's like in post production, then that's okay. But if you still got to film a movie, parts of your movie, I don't think you're going to be allowed to do that.
Yes, that's
true.
So
release dates might be pushed back. Who knows?
That's true.
Maybe the summer blockbusters might be pushed back. Who knows?
Yeah. Man, what a mess. What a mess. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining me on another episode. I want to do more of these because it's pretty much all that I have to do.
Yeah, especially right now, we have so much topics we could talk about, so it'd be good to, maybe get together and touch base on things,
Yep. Or stay quarantined and have you on the phone.
I was thinking about maybe ordering online like a ball from Petco, like a big hamster ball that you could in.
That's a good idea.
Maybe that's what we're going to have to do to get, like big hamster balls for people.
Yep. We get completely covered. So anyway, I want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on another episode of the Franchise 80s podcast. Hey guys, Franchise here with FranchiseIdiots.com. Thanks once again for watching this video, and I wanted to remind you guys to please hit like and subscribe and share this with anybody who loves the 80s, especially the toys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I do a lot of videos on here, like toy reviews or treasure hunting videos where I take you with me when I'm looking and searching for these awesome toys and collectibles that I love to collect. I also have a podcast where I talk about all sorts of stuff from professional wrestling to current hit blockbuster movies like Star Wars or Avengers or anything that has to do with the beautiful, wonderful world of pop culture, geeky, nerdy stuff that I love. So please make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And anytime you write something or share something that has to do with the 80s, please hashtag Franchise 80s and help us grow. Thanks once again, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell, because that little notification bell will remind you every time that I have a video so you can come watch it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the Franchise 80s podcast. Franchise 80s podcast now has merchandise. We have t-shirts, hats, backpacks, pins, stickers, and all sorts of great stuff. Just please check out www.franchiseauctions.com to purchase some of these great items and show your support for the Franchise 80s podcast.